Hello, everyone, and welcome to my quarantine video log. This is Al Busy in his house, aka my quarantine bunker, aka the office in my apartment. So, back again for day two. Just want to set expectations. I'm not planning to have one of these every day. So, even though this one is likely releasing the second day, the Thursday, right after the first one, don't expect that, but it also might happen. Just, you don't know. I don't know. Nobody knows. Oh, I touched my face. I'm not supposed to be doing that. I'm, yeah. Anyway, let's get started. People have been saying a lot of things like, well, first of all, another thing, before we get started. Video quality. I am new at this. I am not great at this. I'm still learning Adobe Premiere. I'm still learning, I've got a kind of cheapish webcam. My audio setup is really nice because I do podcasts, but videos not as great. So bear with me. Hopefully by the end of this, my videos will look a lot better. I don't know if I'll buy any new cameras or lighting equipment or anything like that, but I do hope to learn better Premiere so that you won't see that weird black border like you did in the last YouTube video and other things like that. In any case, on to the subject. Quarantine. So, my face again, just touched it, need to stop. My nose itches. What am I supposed to do? Anyway, people have been saying, what are you doing with all the time you have in quarantine? Well, that's a great question. What time is my answer? Well, that's not entirely true. So, I'm still working from home. So, I still work. Thanks be to God for that. I'm very blessed in that regard. So, I'm still working about the same as normal. And then for the first couple of weeks of this thing, I did have some free time because everything was canceled. But over time, things kind of got, people started realizing, oh, we can do this over Skype or we could do this remotely in some capacity. So a lot of the things that were canceled for a couple of weeks are now back on. So before, my schedule was pretty busy. Just to give a brief overview, every other Tuesday I had a board game night at a local game store, Game Theory, if anybody lives in the Raleigh area. So check them out once we're out from the quarantine. So I'd go there with some friends and we would play a board game every other Tuesday. Every Wednesday I had a church community group where we would gather together for about an hour and a half ish. And yeah, fun times were had there. And then plus on top of that, there was communicating, talking, hanging out, fun times. So it was really more than an hour and a half, but what can you do? Then Thursday, every other Thursday, not every Thursday, I would, and sometimes, this varied, but I do a podcast, Make Believe Heroes. If anyone's interested, you can find it on Apple Podcasts. You can find it on Spotify, wherever podcasts are found. Just look it up. It's there. So we play Dungeons and Dragons, record it, and that's like a 6:30 to 10:30 thing, and that's always been remote, so that hasn't been slowed really at all. And then Fridays and Saturdays, I would often hang out with friends, go out to eat, go see a movie, do some shopping, do whatever by myself or with friends. And then Sunday, I would have church and then often other church related activities in the afternoons or evenings. So that was pretty busy. On top of that, work and other obligations with home and grocery shopping and that sort of thing. Now, it's changed slightly, so Mondays are still pretty free. Tuesdays, I have a community group moved to Skype on Tuesdays to not conflict with Wednesday. That has my church is doing a live prayer service stream every Wednesday from 7 to 7:45ish. Pray.org if anybody's interested in that. So Tuesdays and Wednesdays are both every week have something, which is great. I'm not complaining, just explaining my time. Then Thursdays, every other Thursday still is podcast recording. And then Fridays and Saturdays are more open now. So I still have extra time there because I'm not going out to eat. I'm not going out to the mall or anything like that or watch movies in theaters. And then Sunday morning is church and Sunday school over Skype. So live stream church, I should say. So, the game night's been canceled. Oh, yeah, every other Saturday morning I had a discipleship group. We'd meet at a coffee shop or something like that and meet and discuss the scriptures and pray for one another, hold one another accountable, encourage one another, all sorts of things there. And that's now on Skype as well. And we're trying to meet every other week that we don't meet for discipleship to play some games online through, because it's some of the same people from my board game group. Anyway, so I'm still pretty busy. And again, I was busy before, I'm busy now. Both are good and by choice. These are all things I enjoy. I'm not complaining about that busyness. But all that to say, it doesn't seem as much like I've saved time as I would think, or have extra time. I have cut down on my commute, so commutes to work about 15 to 20 minutes in the morning, 15 to 20 minutes in the evening. So that's kaput, that's gone. So I'm saving time there. And then of course all the things I mentioned, church, game nights, all that, except for the podcasting because I was already remote. All of those things had considerable commutes. Getting to the game store at 6:30, rush hour was 20, 25, 30 minutes sometimes. So whereas normally it's like a 12-minute drive whenever traffic's clear. So driving back's like 12 minutes. So I'm saving a lot of time on commutes and stuff like that. So I do have some free time though. The way I'm looking at it, so there's the whole thing going around. Shakespeare was under quarantine and he wrote King Lear. Have you read King Lear? I haven't. I mean, it's probably pretty good. I'd like to read it. I'm not disparaging it, but they're saying this is the time. This is our time. Use all that time to do great things, which I don't dispute. That's great. Do that, but not everybody can or will or should do that. For me, I'm looking at it more like I was kind of busy and kind of under pressure and kind of stressed, even though most of the things I did were by choice and enjoyable. I'm looking at the extra time as sort of like a relief valve, relief, whatever it is, release valve on the pressure that I had. And it's been nice. I spend that extra time playing Animal Crossing, very relaxing game, playing other video games that I enjoy, reading books, watching television, reading comics, and also I've been cooking. Before I ate out a lot, which is bad for my health and bad for my bank account. But because I can't go out to eat, I can get it delivered. I've been trying to limit that because delivery is very expensive. Even with all the coupons and stuff they've been sending me, it's still pretty expensive because even though they say you get free delivery, they still have an administrative fee or some kind of fee there that's on top of that they charge you. So if it says free delivery, watch out. Plus the tip. Of course, you should tip. Definitely tip, especially during a pandemic. So, a delivery adds $8 or more to the thing if you consider the delivery fee, the other fee that I don't know what it's for, but it's a fee that's there, and then the tip. So anyway, but I still eat out maybe twice a week through delivery, stimulate the economy, etc., because I'm able and I'm blessed. Anyway, but I have been cooking more, so I've been using my time to cook and make sure I'm eating somewhat healthier, not completely, but definitely better than I was before. And I'm cooking ahead, trying to try new things, try new dishes. I'm also taking walks. I'm walking about an hour a day, I was already doing a lot of walking before for other reasons, for health, for anxiety, for just mental processing. It's been really good for me. I started back in January and kept it up, but I've ramped it up. Instead of doing like a mile and a half for about half an hour, I've been doing about a little over 3 miles in just under an hour, and my pace has gotten better, and it's still been great for my mental health. And I've been listening to some helpful stuff on my phone with my headphones. Got some Apple AirPods bought specifically for this. So that's kind of what I've been using my extra time for. Mainly relaxing and de-stressing, since that time has been a blessing. It's been a gift as part of this. Even despite all the challenges, it's nice to see the good, even, while acknowledging the bad. And yeah, I've also spent some time trying to learn new skills, trying to read up on some things interesting to my, my personal interests, like computer graphics, game development. I've played with Unreal Engine, which is a tool for building video games. So I played around with that in some of my spare time, watched some videos on how to be a better programmer and practice with some programming, so career-related stuff. And I've tried to spend more time studying the words, the Bible, and listening to stuff I've been listening to on my walks has been more edifying in the spiritual sense. So yeah, there's definitely been an increase of productive things, but I just, I'm not looking at this like I'm going to write King Lear. I'm not looking at this like I'm going to come out and I want to have created a video game that's going to sell and I'll make all the money, or that I'm going to come out of this, with Nirvana the band, not the band, but like I've reached some new spiritual plane. Although I do believe, certainly, making the best use of the time. That's true before the pandemic, that's true after the pandemic. That's something that I want to strive for regardless of my circumstances. But that looks different at different times and different seasons for different people. This is where I'm at, and it may change depending on how much longer we're in this. I expect, honestly, we're in this for longer than most people expect or hope for. I don't know. I'm not an expert. Again, I'm not really wanting to speculate or provide answers or provide solutions or provide anything like that because I'm not an expert. But I do expect, for my own planning, that this will be, at least for a little while longer. And so I'm wanting to use my time well while not stressing and beating myself up over not doing all the things I've always said I would do if I just had more time. Because I don't completely have more time, even though I have some more time. And that's my rant on time. I hope this has been encouraging or edifying or something, maybe funny sometimes. I try to be funny. I don't know. I hope this has been something to you I don't even know what the timestamps are. I took my glasses off because if I wear my glasses, there's a big glare. See? There's a big old glare. So how much time has passed? I just realized, 11 minutes. Wow, that's longer than I intended. So I hope this 11 minutes or so has been worthwhile for you watching this, and it's not just been a waste of time. So if it has been worthwhile, once again, like, comment, subscribe below. I say that because I hear other people say it. I'm not trying to become a big YouTube star or anything, so yeah, do that. Or don't. It doesn't matter to me, but I do hope you enjoyed this. And maybe later, I will be a YouTube star, so yes, like, comment, subscribe below. Or don't. And that's it for this video. Stay safe, stay well. I'll see you tomorrow or a day that's not tomorrow. Or maybe, I don't know, sometime on this video feed. Peace.